back, guys. We're back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Khaki, and let's address the elephant in the room. I just got new teeth. I got a full set of veneers on my top teeth last Thursday. It is now Sunday, and I'm still getting used to them. It's a lot of extra teeth in your mouth, you know, but man, they're so white. I actually went for like the next lightest shade, like 2 shades down from like the lightest, I think, but it's still like a lot to get used to. Hopefully you guys can get used to it alongside me, but for now, the bottom teeth are a different color than the top teeth, which really bothers me. But there's going to be an entire video dedicated to just this process because I would have been really super curious to watch videos on YouTube about that before I went into it. That said, guys, today we are going to be doing a video that actually I've been getting a lot of like private message requests for, and I feel kind of bad because it came out on the 1st and today is like the 20th or something. I feel really bad, but this is going to be kind of a chatty get ready with me, and it's going to basically be featuring a lot of Glossier products, but mainly the new WOWDER. And WOWDER is not a powder, but it kind of looks like a powder, and I mean it's just basically kind of like a little tongue-in-cheek, like this isn't a powder because it doesn't behave like a powder that you're used to, so I want you guys to see it in action. And I already have a lot of friends who've been ordering it and they have been loving it, so I wanted to go ahead and just do a video kind of like showing it in action. That's a lot of babbling Brooke out of my face. Let's go ahead and get into the get ready with me. Man, it feels so good to be talking to a camera again. First thing I want to start off with, I've already got my, I've washed my face, and I put on this. This is the Glossier Invisible Shield SPF 35 Daily Sunscreen. It's awesome. It's pretty much a moisturizer already, but I'm going to be using the Glossier Priming Moisturizer, and it is a really nice kind of lightweight everyday moisturizer that also has priming qualities in it to make your makeup stick around, so that's nice. Oh man, you guys, I have had the most stressful couple of weeks. Like all like personal life stuff, but like, oh my god, I feel like I've been through a ringer. Like I'm still not like 100% okay. Oh, just know that when there's a camera in between me and you, like I'm trying real hard to keep it together, but you just don't know. You just don't know sometimes. Even if somebody has like their total life together, like stuff just, life just gets in the way. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to be going in with actually is the WOWDER. I'm going to be setting my primer with the WOWDER, and that is because this is, since it's called not a powder, basically Glossier's entire angle is that they want you to have the option now of kind of being that like dewy finish versus kind of like a, you know, set your T-zone kind of thing. And you can use this as a setting powder, and I'm going to, but it still is a much dewier finish overall, which is really great because a lot of us don't like that powdered down look, but we also don't want to be shiny all day. So I'm going to actually kind of like sandwich my foundation in between these just because it's summertime. It is so hot here, and I'm just going to kind of give myself an extra layer of insurance. It does come with a brush. Let me see, where is that brush? It looks exactly like my mascara, so I always grab it instead of my mascara, and now of course I can't find it. There it is. See, look at that. They look the same. This is the brush, this is the mascara, so I'm always just like ready to do my mascara and I grab this brush. I think that this is a really cute brush. It's really beautiful. I don't use any brushes this size. All of my brushes are really big and fluffy, and so I find that kind of the fluffier the better. This, I think I will probably find a use for this at some point, but the WOWDER and I don't get along as well with this, so I'm just going to be using an Ego Tools brush, the same one that I always use to put my powder on, and it looks like this. So this is the WOWDER in light medium. It is supposed to be an adaptable powder. It does go on a little dark for someone as pale as I am, but it does adapt. It's interesting stuff. I don't know what they did, but as you can see, yes, it powders a little bit, but like nothing like, you know, an HD or something like that that just like fluffs everywhere. This stuff is like a really, I don't know how to say it. It's kind of like almost a heavier formula. It doesn't feel heavy on your skin, but like heavy in the sense of like it feels like it's like wet or something like that. Like it just, it kind of seeps right into your skin instead of sitting on top of it. So I feel like I can like work this in and it won't disturb any kind of cream products I'm gonna put on top of it, because it's just kind of like cooperating with the oils in your face instead of being like that final like suck it onto your face kind of step. So I just put kind of a light coating of it because I'm going to go in with my foundation next. This is the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint in medium. I got medium because I get a little tanner in the summertime. This actually isn't like super medium. Plus it is so unbelievably sheer that like it doesn't really totally matter if you kind of go a shade lighter or a shade darker. So anyway, I see a lot of people do that thing where they dribble it on their face. That freaks me out. I'm just gonna put some on my hand here, and you can see it's got a very modest squirty top on it. It's like not really designed to give you like, you know, a full coverage look, which is fine. I've already got my SPF and everything on, so I'm not really concerned with caking my face with a layer. So I'm just going to concentrate this around the areas that I feel like need just a little more coverage. And everything that Glossier does is kind of designed to mimic the look of your natural skin, like natural skin texture, even the powder. And so, I'm sorry, the WOWDER. It's not for everybody every day, but it's something that really needed to exist. The same way that I would opt to do a full face of makeup if I was like really hormonal and zitty, there's like just as much necessity in my routine for a really lightweight makeup look that like, because my skin isn't freaking out and I don't want to hide myself behind a mask because I feel like me and my skin are actually getting along for a change. Y'all, we can all agree that is a very sheer foundation. I think that most people probably wouldn't even notice it was there. For me, having freckles and a little bit of discoloration, it makes a big difference for me. But it does layer up. You can kind of powder and layer if you want to, but that's not the look we're going for today. My nose is running, always and forever. Ugh. I hope there's no like boogers on camera, sorry y'all. The next thing that I'm going to be going in with is this. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I've been meaning to make one of these videos for a long time where I just kind of show you guys the whole routine in action on my face, because I think that Glossier's products kind of have just like a unique combination when they all come together. But I have been waiting for the powder to come out. We've all the reps have been hearing rumblings about it for a really long time, and so we did know it was coming, we just didn't know when. And so I was like waiting to get it in the mail before I made this video, and so that's why I've never done one of these. So anyway, I use this in the light Claire, probably, you know, another language. And I'm just gonna go in with my finger, and this stuff is so freaking awesome. Like, for anybody who only wants to just like conceal a couple of things before they walk out the door, like say you have a job where you're gonna be kind of like physically exerting yourself, or you're going to be in like not the most air-conditioned situation or something like that, and you're just looking for a chill kind of way to improve the look of your skin without looking like you're wearing makeup, the Stretch Concealer is the bomb. Like, it is by no means the Shape Tape. You know what I mean? It's a totally different idea, different approach. It is going to blend rather than completely cover your blemishes. And so for those of us like me who on even the best skin days I have discoloration, it's great for just kind of like giving yourself a little more confidence before you walk out the door on a no makeup day. And it doesn't cling, it doesn't like accentuate dry spots, it doesn't dry up and get in your creases or anything like that. It just kind of cooperates with your skin. I'm gonna cover my little bit of melasma here. It is just, I keep treating it with AHA, but AHA also kind of like can stress my skin out sometimes, so I've been taking a break from that. And I think this is why Glossier gets kind of a bad rap sometimes, because they're like, what about people who do have bad skin? And like, I think that you can find products that work for you, especially in their skincare. But yeah, this is definitely one of those things where like you kind of need to want a look where you see your skin through the makeup. If that's not your thing, then maybe their foundation and their concealer aren't really for you. The powder can be, because the powder is not actually just like a translucent powder, it actually has pigment to it. And so I feel like you can get that same kind of more finished, more put together look from it. Slightly more opaque, if you will. And that's what I think is kind of a departure, an intentional departure of the WOWDER from the previous line, is that they kind of wanted girls to start having the option. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of, do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with cloud paint here in Puff. and you guys have heard me rave about this before. So this is the Cloud Paint in Puff. I'm just going to kind of spread it out on my hand here. And this is a like straight to skin texture kind of blush. I honestly don't think I'm surprising anybody by telling you what Cloud Paint is, because if I look at my rep dashboard of what sells the most through my link, you guys love Cloud Paint. I don't blame you. It's amazing stuff. So I think that like anybody can find a reason or a use for Cloud Paint. As you can see, it just kind of like gives a natural sort of like flush without, I mean, honestly, I tried a blush like this. Actually, I don't have it up here, but it came in my Birchbox and it was obviously trying to be Cloud Paint and it did not succeed. It was just like oily and it didn't like play well with other makeup, and this plays so well with other makeup. So I like the way that that looks. That's just nice and fresh. Now we are going to go in with the WOWDER again. And I'm going to only kind of concentrate this on the areas that I feel like I need matteness over the course of the day. I don't necessarily feel like my cheeks are going to get greasy. I could put this on top of the Cloud Paint, and if a little bit gets on there, that's fine. But I don't think that like that's something that's necessarily the aesthetic that I'm going for. So I'm gonna put it on the T-zone, down my nose, and around my mouth, and just, it's got this like little trampoline situation, if you can see that. And that's where the powder comes out, and so I basically, you can take the big brush and do it, or the little brush and do it. I say big, like it's dense. It's a heavier brush, so I just kind of touch the trampoline like that, get a little bit on there, not a big deal. This stuff's super forgiving too. It's not like, you know, a pigmented powder from like CoverGirl or something. No shade on CoverGirl, but their stuff's not designed to be skin finish. It's designed to cover. And so this is definitely far more, I don't know, it's just designed to be more natural looking. I am going to get a little bit of it under my eyes here. Actually, I'll use the brush it came with for that so that I can have a little bit more control. Because the only reason that I get a little frustrated with some of the Glossier products is because if I decide that I'm going to wear mascara that day, or not even mascara, eyeliner usually, the oil finish of, is it oil? Does it have oil in it? I don't know. The just sort of like wet finish of the Glossier concealer will kind of make my eyeliner run everywhere, and so it's so freaking nice to have a powder that's kind of still concentrated around that same aesthetic, that same mindset of like not having a cakey looking face, and have it be able to like still keep my eyeliner from running. So I love this stuff. I love the finish that it gives me. I love kind of the versatility of being able to, you know, build it up or just wear it on its own. I think you can just wear it on bare skin anyway, and just kind of like mattify anything if you want. Okay, so the first departure here that is not going to be Glossier, and that is the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. This is in the color number 5, slightly darker brown. And I just use this to fill in like the very ends here where it's like a little more sparse, but I mean, let's be honest, I'm really going for a high impact brow look. If I wanted it to just look like eyebrows, I could just leave them as they are, but I do love this pencil because it looks like hairs instead of the kind of like, you know, powdery, like brow shape thing. So I'm always going for natural. And so I just do tiny little strokes like that until I kind of like the look of it. It's not much. This pencil's probably gonna last me a year. I usually don't bother with the spoolie because I like the sort of like individual hairs look. Now I'm going to go in with my absolute favorite Glossier product ever that I've ever tried. And that is the Boy Brow. This is, I don't know how to explain why this is so much better than like Benefit Gimme Brow or anything like that. It's just, it gives you that like amazing kind of like semi-glossy, separated but controlled, you know, like that just freaking like power brow. That's what we're going for here. It's a power brow. And this comes in lots of colors. I have it in brown because I like my dark contrasty eyebrows against my hair. But you can do it in blonde, you can do it in clear, there's a really dark brown. I love having big brows. Yeah, let's just go with some mascara. Glossier has yet to come out with their own mascara, but who knows? I don't even know. They might someday. I have no idea. They are going to be, and this is not a secret because it was on their Instagram story, they're going to be coming out with a candle, and that's going to be dope. I'm like real excited about that. And this is just the Lash Paradise mascara. When I do mascaras, like when I decide that I like a mascara, I don't ever like deviate for a really long time, and I love this one so much. All right, and as always, I like to go ahead and finish it off with some balm.com. I've got the coconut balm.com right here, and this is just a really nourishing, amazing lip balm. Like I've said in videos before, my boyfriend steals these from me, because they just work awesome. I love wearing them overnight. You wake up and then your lips feel just incredible the next day. So if you have those kinds of issues, hydration problems, that's just awesome. So this is really the finished look. I might hit it with a little bit of a setting spray or something just to kind of like make everything melt down a little bit more. But I don't feel like I necessarily need to do that a lot of times when I'm wearing a full face of kind of Glossier products, just because their products are designed so much with your skin's natural texture in mind. That's the whole idea behind it, is to kind of always make things look like your skin but better. So if you are coming at Glossier from the standpoint of I need tons of coverage and I want to be able to sculpt and contour and things like that, you're going to probably be disappointed with the products. I'm going to be honest. It's mainly for people who are looking for a really beautiful, natural looking face. They are a skincare company first and foremost, and then their makeup is meant to accentuate really great skin. And so it's going to help kind of like give you that ideal finish as if you woke up like this. And I love it. I love it for a good, like, you know, a regular workday makeup look or something like that. And it's so quick. That's what I love about it, is that it's just all designed to kind of like work with your fingers and work with your kind of like natural temperature of your skin and stuff like that. Like everything starts to kind of like agree with one another, and it is a different take on makeup. It is definitely something that has just been kind of like thought about differently from the very beginning, and sometimes it takes a little bit of getting used to, but for those of us like me out there who feel like I don't think my skin's that bad, you know what I mean? Like I want to believe in her, that she has the ability to like face the day all by herself. Sometimes she just needs a little bit of help, and I think that Glossier is that help for me. So I did want to show you guys kind of, again, their first big departure from that like super like pure glossy look, and that is the WOWDER. But I think that this is a bridge to a lot of the girls out there who don't have perfect skin every day. And we can't all have perfect skin every day. And so this actually has made me wear all the rest of my Glossier makeup products more often, because this gives me a little bit more of that kind of insurance. So I will leave my link below. Of course, this is not Glossier sanctioned. I am a Glossier rep, and so I am able to give you guys 20% off of your first order on Glossier. This is definitely my opinions and my opinions only. Don't ever feel like they have some kind of sway. They don't want you to think that they have sway, and I don't want you to think that I have sway. That's the whole point of the rep program, is to have a lot of people kind of bringing their take on the makeup to their particular audience. And I'm never going to share something with you guys with a dishonest opinion. I'm never going to try and sell you on something that I wouldn't use myself. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. I really love sharing this kind of stuff with you guys. I do think it's a departure from a lot of what's really popular on YouTube right now, no shade, but I do think there's kind of a nice liberating feeling about having the tools in your hands to actually help you wear less makeup and feel more like yourself and feel more beautiful with less effort. So I think that that's what Glossier kind of stands for. If you guys haven't tried Glossier's products, I hope that you decide to give them a shot. Again, my link is down below. That'll give you 20% off of your first order. All free shipping on anything that has 2 items in it, so that counts sets and everything, and we are now shipping to Canada. So I hope that you guys like this, and if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would love it if you did. I'm so happy to be back, and if you want to keep hanging out with me in the future, go ahead and hit that button down below and subscribe. Please do. It's so much fun. We have so much fun here. So anyway, yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you, and I will talk to you as soon as possible. Bye.